Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Doyeon Kim, for your presentation. Now we will start our panel discussion. To begin the panel discussion, let's get to know our speakers today. As I mentioned before, besides Coding Bee Academy, there are ambassadors who also contribute to success this event. We already have them here. First, hello, Mr. Zolbayar. Can you hear me, Mr. Zolbayar?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, could you tell us a little about Codercub, please?
Yeah, Codercub is a coding academy based in Mongolia. We have been found in 2018, so 5 years running. And we are the first K-12 coding school based in Mongolia. Last year, we have started our own professional development program here in Mongolia. So far, trained 35 teachers, and we are also a partner of Codercub in Mongolia.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Zolbayar, for your explanation. Next, Mr. Kaung, could you tell us a little about Tepan Hub Myanmar? Hello, Mr. Kaung, can you hear me?
Hi. Hi
Hello.
everyone. I'm Kaung Zarni, and I'm the co-founder and managing director of Thate. So we're a nonprofit edtech social enterprise dedicated to providing free basic technology education to all children in Myanmar, regardless of their socioeconomic backgrounds. So we started in 2020, and we noticed that computer science education is very limited in Myanmar. So we wanted to make sure to reach out to as many children in Myanmar as possible and provide them with the chance to learn computer science and get the critical thinking and analytical skills from it.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kaung, for your explanation. And now move on to Miss Aiesha from Women in Tech Maldives. Could you tell us about Women in Tech in Maldives?
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be here and nice to see young faces today working on enhancing their computing skills as women. I hope you do hear me, right?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm from a small island nation called Maldives. I represent an organization called Women in Tech Maldives. We started in the year 2018. We've learned that we need more girls to join the technology field so that girls actually can contribute more towards sustainable development and help to solve bigger problems in the world. So as an organization, what we do is we design programs to let girls join, specifically the technology programs for girls, helping them seek jobs, give guidance on different technology careers. So so excited to be here today.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Aiesha. And then here we also have Mr. Alvin Reza, Project Manager of HP Indonesia Education as our speaker today. Hello, Mr. Alvin. Could you
Hello.
please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about HP Indonesia Education?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Alvin. I'm from HP Indonesia Education. I'm a project manager as well. So now HP is more than just a technology company, more than just selling laptops and devices, but also we do have solutions for the education, especially on the transforming the education. And hopefully in Indonesia, we can move towards a better education system. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alvin, for your explanation. Now let's start the panel discussion with the topic Foster a Culture of Sustainability Through Computer Science Education. To begin this discussion, let's hear from our amazing organizer of today's event. And first question, can you discuss some of the ways that computer science has impacted the environment and society in your country? And why is it important to consider sustainability principles in this field? Maybe we can start from Mr. Eko, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi everyone, I'm Eko from Coding Bee Academy, Indonesia. Now, to answer that question, right, I just want to say that computer science is actually play a significant role, right, in Indonesia's environment and society, and perhaps not just in Indonesia. I guess it's everywhere in the world. Yeah, but to understand the context in Indonesia, perhaps I can use some of the example of the product of computer science that are being used in Indonesia. For example, there's this app called Trash Out. It's an app that helps track and manage waste management in cities, not just in Indonesia. I think there are some other countries in Europe that uses it as well. The goal is to reduce waste and improve sanitation. Right, so citizens can report if they saw a waste not being taken in their neighborhood, for example. And the other one is more of a local product, such as this app called Jaklingko. Basically it's an app that provide information on public transport, schedules, fares, and the goal actually is to improve transportation efficiency and reduce traffic congestion, which we all know is a big problem in Indonesia, and ultimately in doing so reduce air pollution, right? And these are just some of the examples of how CS computer science impact the environment and society in Indonesia, right? And it is also important to talk about sustainability in the application of technology, because I believe that technology is not always neutral, and there are sometimes unintended consequences as well. For example, the same app that could improve waste management could also increase carbon footprint, and carbon emission, for example, right? So when we invite students to think about how to promote sustainability in their work, we want them to think about the future as well, and how this technology can be used not just today but far into the future. Yeah, I hope that answered the question. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Eko, for your answer. And next, what about you, Mr. Zolbayar?
Yes, so sustainable living is a very important concept. And so in Mongolia, for example, we have lots of air pollution, especially during the winter, due to people burning coal to stay warm over the cold winter days. So it contributes a lot of unwanted air pollution in the city. So also we have like traffic congestion, which is also a big problem in many cities around the world. And that kind of problems can be solved technologically with lots of data and available already. So we are looking into make technology the driving force in such environmental related problems in Mongolia at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Zolbayar, for your answer. Next, how about you, Mr. Kaung?
So when we talk about sustainability, some of the things that we think about are like the environment, and also when we talk about sustainable lifestyles, we talk about how each and every individual tries to reduce how much waste they produce, how much carbon dioxide they produce, and etc. So Myanmar has not really been far off in that aspect in using computer science, using technology in each and every individual's sustainable lifestyles. But in a way, what we've been able to do is like, since we're one of the most disaster-prone countries, so it's really important that technology powered by computer science, especially related to understanding the disasters and how can we mitigate the risks of those disasters. So that's a really important aspect in our country. But there have also been many small initiatives where people have been trying to develop applications and softwares that help people understand more about how they could build a sustainable lifestyle themselves, how they could reduce plastic waste, and also how they can know the air pollution that their country, their city is in. So there have been small initiatives, and I'm really hoping forward that those initiatives will grow much larger. And also, since we're working with the next generation of Myanmar, I hope that they will be able to come up with more solutions that can help us live sustainable lifestyles.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kaung. And next, how about you, Miss Aiesha?
Hi, yes, when we talk about sustainable development, I think for Maldives, we need to consider we are a country where climate change effects are huge. And we are being told like sea level rise effects are also huge for Maldives. I think those are some of the areas we as a country, we should be focusing on how to leverage technology to solve these bigger issues. Apart from that, since we are an island nation dispersed across the sea, there are ways that we can actually use technology in areas of transportation and other logistics as well. We are yet to explore how technology can efficiently be used. We have some level of solutions at the moment, but I think we need more sustainable solutions, and we need more young people to come and think about it now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Aiesha, for your answer. Now let's move on to our next question. How can incorporating sustainability principles into computer science education help create a more well-rounded education and better prepare students for future challenges? Maybe let's first hear from Mr. Kaung, please.
So when we teach computer science to children, the principle of our organization is that we are not necessarily teaching them to become programmers or to become experts in the field of computer science. They could choose many different career pathways. They could become doctors, artists, etc. But then when they understand the basic principles of computer science, they can apply the knowledge that they get from it to become technology literate citizens. So what we mean by technology literate is that when they understand how technology works, and also when they understand how they could use technology, they will be empowered to create solutions by themselves in their respective fields, whether they work in the medical sector, whether they work in the environment sector. So it could be any sector that they wish to go work in. And also they have to learn critical thinking, analytical thinking skills, and they can improve their creativity through computer science education. So when they understand about basic computer science principle, plus when they understand about the concept of sustainable development, they can literally do anything to help solve the problems that the world is facing. So yeah, I think that's why it's really important to not just teach kids about coding, but also about how they can use these programs, how they can use this technology to improve society as a whole.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kaung. And how about in Maldives, Miss Aiesha?
Hi, could you repeat the question again, please?
Okay, sure. How can incorporating sustainability principles into computer science education help create a more well-rounded education and better prepare students for future challenges?
Yeah, thank you. I think
Okay, sure.
one of the most important thing that we need to consider is early access to computer science education is an important thing for this generation, because everyone around us, even we are meeting today from different parts of the world, we know that there's we can do so much with so many things with the technology. And I think today's kids, especially when they are growing up, having an understanding of the technology around them gives a better sense of what where the world is heading. Therefore, we call technology skills or computer science skills as the 21st century essential skills, where everyone, not only the young children, but everyone who is going in the direction need to have these essential skills. As other speakers have mentioned, the critical and computational skills. having that skill is an important aspect when you need to address many challenges in life. When we talk about computational skills, it's more about for young people. It's more about getting the opportunity to think like computer science. So it can be a bit fun and hard and challenging, but along the way, when the kids learn it, I think it's going to be fun, and then they are more available and more aware about their surrounding, the problems they have, and then actually shape their thinking in a way that they can use it towards sustainable solutions, be it using data, AI, or other game development technologies that they have today. I'm sure that with these thinkings, they can help us build a better world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Miss Aiesha. Next, how about Mr. Eko? Please, Mr. Eko.
Okay, thank you. So what Kaung said just now really resonates with me, and you know, about how it's important not just to learn computer science or coding, but actually to understand how it can be applied to real world problem, right? That is absolutely true, I believe, right? So that's why it's important for us to learn about sustainability as well, right? When you learn about sustainability, you have to understand, you start to learn about the real life challenges and the problems that our environment and society are facing, right? And in doing so, when you have that awareness, you can start applying what you learn, that skill itself, to solve that problem, right? And I believe that is the best form of this. You learn something and you can see how useful it is in your real life, right? But often when I was in school, how does this apply to me when I grow up, you know? But so thank you, Kaung, for raising that point. Yeah, so I think it's very relevant, and that is also why coding development in tech, right? Because we want to invite all our participants to apply what they learn into, and we will see later the amazing work the students have produced in a form of a program, right? And see how they interpret these problems and how they solve that problem with the program they created. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
And I believe this back question won't. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Eko, for your answer. And next, how about from Mongolia, Mr. Zolbayar?
Yes, so computer science is actually it's kind of based on the notion of efficiency and sustainably from its very root. You know, all the problems we solve in computer science is somewhat related to sustainability or efficiency. For example, just think about algorithms like shortest path finding or something like that. It's all about making more and more efficient algorithm to come up with the best solution that has the minimal footprint, or and that sometimes is to load the system less or use less energy or something like that. So computer science, if we teach computer science effectively, we're already teaching efficiency and sustainable living indirectly, I believe.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Zolbayar. And thanks a lot to all of you for your answer. Thank you to Mr. Kaung, Miss Aiesha, Mr. Eko, and Mr. Zolbayar. Now, question for Mr. Alvin from HP Indonesia Education. Mr. Alvin, I have two questions for you. First is, what responsibility do you think the tech industry has to promote sustainability and reduce its impact on the environment? And how can companies in this industry work towards these goals? And second question is, I saw the video about HP Classroom of the Future, and it's really cool. I like it. And can you tell us more about HP Classroom of the Future program and how it contributes to fostering a culture of sustainability through computer science education? And to answer this question, you will do presentation, right?
Yes, yes. So it's a bit
Okay.
hard question. So maybe it's going to be better if I can share some so kids can see as well.
Okay. The time is yours, Mr. Alvin. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Alvin from HP Indonesia Project Manager. So I'm gonna answer some of the questions that Leonie has questioned me, and I'm gonna answer it into this presentation. So next. Yeah, so Hewlett-Packard is the technology that actually funded by the Bill Hewlett and the Dave Packard, if you may know. And the fun fact about it is that they decide on whether the company founded will be called Hewlett-Packard or Packard-Hewlett by a coin toss. So because the Hewlett wins, so that's why it's called Hewlett-Packard. And we have three visions about the sustainability impact, especially on this three. We do have also initiatives that may can be applied in the global as a global company. The first one is about the climate, the planet. We do have prioritize the sustainable practices and reduce the carbon footprint. We joined a project called STOP to reduce the ocean plastic pollution, generate them into our cartridge and the laptop components. And the second one is about the human rights, where we do respect on the diversity and the inclusion on the hiring a diverse workforce. We do also encourage on the women in the technologies and also the people that not in the good position. So we do works treated as fairly as possible, and also the protecting their privacy even with their personal lives. And the last one is we do on the digital equity, which refers to the fair distribution on the access of the digital technology and the skills all across the populations, regardless in the income level, in the geography, or any other factors. So this is to ensure that they have the access to benefits to the technology and no one is left behind in this digital age. And of course, the HP is committed to ensure the students and teachers, also schools, to access the tools, resources they need to succeed in the digital age. So some of the initiatives we called as the HP Tech Hubs, which we built and bridge digital divide, expanding the internet and the technologies to the underserved communities across the 7 different cities in Indonesia. And of course, we do also have think of the future. We call it as the classroom of the future, which an initiative to transform traditional classrooms into the innovative learning environments that foster the forces that creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and communication. So maybe next to the slide. Yes, so the digital equity helps to people to thrive, and we also do have 2 distinct goals in the global to accelerate the digital equity for 50 million people by the 2030, and also the 100 million people by 2025. And also with focusing on the people here with the women girls, with the people with disabilities, marginalized, and also educators and the practitioners, teachers, and students. Maybe next. Yeah, to answer the question of the Classroom of the Future program and how it contributes to the sustainability in computer science. And yes, HP Classroom of the Future is the initiative that transformed the traditional classrooms into the innovative learning and to focus on the integration of the technology, and of course to emphasize the computer science education such as codings and also the robotics. This designed to empower the educators and the students with the skills, with the tools, resources, to become the active agents in the communities. And the key objective of the program is to encourage the development of the sustainability practices among the students and the educators. So the difference between the classroom of the traditional classroom with this, that we split the classroom into 4 spaces. First is the presentation space, and the collaboration space, the maker space, and of course the thinking space. These have its own preferences and purpose in the classroom. So students in the classroom can have a distributed thing that they do by themselves, in the personal, in the collaboration space, you can do with your friends. In the presentation space, you can present to other students. And you have the individual thinking, and of course, the collaboration thinking in the thinking space. And you can do the robotics, you can do the coding, you can make, videos or any other things in the maker space. So in the classroom, you can do any dynamics of teaching and learning process. Then next. Yeah, so maybe this is some of the examples of what we can transform from the traditionals to classroom of the futures. So this is actually the same exact place, but in a different design. So yeah, you can see the difference. And of course, with this program, the initiative is to reduce the environmental impact of technology in the classroom. So we use the recycled materials in the computer equipment, reducing the energy consumption through the use of the efficient hardware and software. So we are not really using lots of electricity here. We also use the sun powering, solar energy, and of course with the sustainable impact of the printers. And yes, to achieve this HP classroom of the future, with the computer science curriculum, this includes the teaching and students on how to develop and use the technology in ways that minimize environmental impact, designing more energy efficient devices, maybe to develop the software to reduce the waste and pollution, and of course the optimizing of the resource of it. So this is the example of as well in the classroom that you can do. You can use the technology inside it. You do have the whiteboard. You can use the laptops that we have, and of course the collaboration between the students. So maybe that can I share with you all. So hopefully it answers the questions. And of course, HP to become the first technology company that really thrives to the future education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alvin. It's really great. You have so many different space and your technology is really advanced. Okay, thank you, Mr. Alvin. And up next, let's return to our discussion with Miss Aiesha from Women in Tech Maldives. We will be discussing on strategies for encouraging more women to pursue computer science education. So, Miss Aiesha, we know that Women in Tech Maldives is a place that fosters and grows opportunities in tech for women. Can you tell us how important is early exposure to computer science education, and what role do role models and mentors play in encouraging more young people, particularly women, to pursue this field?
Hi, thank you.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about computer science being an essential skills where everyone, it is important for everyone to have these skills, especially starting from a young age. Some of the benefits that can include for young people is it actually helps to develop your mind around curiosity. So when you are posed with the problem, you also talk about not only about coding, but you approach the problem in a way how different people will see it. So this development of this skill or this mindset will help youngsters in all the other fields as well. I think another important area to introduce computer science at the early stage is being given the opportunity for to explore the new tools, because with the new tools we see that the children approach problems in different ways. Your question about why we need more girls, when we talk about exploring different solutions or creating a more sustainable world, we all face the same problem. And there are some specific problems for girls as well. But there is a problem in this world right now. Not enough girls are studying computer science. You might see girls in your class studying the same thing as you, but they might not join the technology field, or they might not want to explore technology. So this means that when we are trying to solve really big problems in the world or in your communities or in your countries, girls, we are actually missing out the ideas and thinking and the potential of girls. That's where we need role models and mentors to come and support these girls, inspire them and encourage girls to come and pursue computer science. I think with the support of all of us, not only the women, but as a community, girls can contribute and help create a more sustainable future for not only for girls, but for everyone in the world. Yeah.
Okay, and are there any successful programs or initiatives that have encouraged more women to pursue computer science education? And what can we learn from them?
Yes, we have. We run quite a number of programs across the Maldives. I would like to highlight 3 of them. So initially, when we started one of our programs called Girls to Code. Girls to Code is 3 months coding program specially aimed for girls. So what we do is we run this program in different islands. So every year we select a specific island, and in that island we promote the program. So in this program also we have a component where we actually teach girls, give girls the opportunity to meet their role models or mentors, in a way that they will come and share their experiences with the girls. So imagine these are small island communities where some of them might not have seen anybody working in the technology field, especially women. So it actually gives the opportunity for them to think beyond their islands or the small community they live in. They can actually think and see that, okay, there are places where they can go and work in different parts of the world, or they can work from their islands and contribute to other sectors as well. And another area that another program is Next Gen Girls Virtual Innovation Tour, a bit lengthy name, but this is a tour that we have with girls over, I think for the past few years, we've run with every year around 2,000 girls. We run the program in a way that different companies come and share about their opportunities, the work they do, especially they get to meet women who work in those companies. I think that is a very unique approach that we follow, where girls get to ask lots of questions. These questions are not usually related to career, but about the hobbies, what they like, what are most challenging things they do at work, and what are the things to look out for. So when we reach these small communities and then giving them opportunity to prepare, like what are the skills they need to grow up. What we have observed is throughout these programs, especially Girls to Code and Next Gen, girls are also curious. They actually need this support from the community, even not only women, but even their younger brothers, younger sisters at home who are actually interested and passionate about computing, they can share a little bit about computing so that they can do more researches on them. And I think one of the takeaways from our combining our other programs is that girls are very much interested in finding about relatable role models, especially if there is a person specifically from their island who have had similar life experiences with them. They are much more open to share or communicate, because even though in the Maldives we have a national language, Divehi, common language, but some of them have specific dialects. So it is more easy for them to communicate and talk about it. So finding relatable role models will actually help a lot if you are trying to pursue a career in computer science. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Aiesha, for your answer. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our panel discussion for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Eko, Mr. Zolbayar, Mr. Kaung, Miss Aiesha, and Mr. Alvin. I hope the insight and knowledge shared by you all is valuable to our audience today.